record. All right. 3, 2, 1. Howdy, folks. Welcome to Joystick and Mouse, your place for casual gamers, video game news and reviews. I'm Don. That goes Diddy within the gaming community. And with me tonight, as always, is my co-host, JayDimes. We present to you episode 2002. 2002. Jesus. 202. I think we'll get to 2002? Maybe not. And today is August 4th, 2025. And on today's show, we do video games make you smart. We have some union news. We'll talk about censorship of not safe for work games, along with a follow-up on a story we talked about last time. And, of course, we have a list. So, how are you, my friend? It has been a hot minute.
It has been a little while. I'm well.
I'm well, too. My back is killing me.
Oh, no.
I'm going to go do something about it, finally. Just can't take it anymore. So, yeah.
When you say do something, you're going to the chiropractor, or
I'm
you're going
to the orthopedic person to see what they can do.
Oh,
whether it's hopefully it's cortisone shots and we can get it calmed down. If they say surgery,
run away.
Yes. So it's been a while. I have been studying, cramming, trying to take an Octa certification, which I took and failed the first time, which I am now trying to study for again because Octa sucks. Their test sucks. So here comes my old man shouting at the clouds thing. Their test sucks. It's you take the test and you do the things that they tell you to do in the labs, and they don't give you full credit, and they don't tell you why. Just you didn't get full credit.
That's not fun.
I'm like, but I did it. It did what you wanted me to do. Why? But nothing. So yeah, that's not fun. Let's see. Yeah, so a lot has happened since last time we were here. I went out to your favorite store.
Oh yes,
in Annapolis. Yes. I had a grand old time for my birthday. It's a
wonderful place to be.
Spent ridiculous amounts of money out there.
That's what they do in there.
You and I are taking a field trip back out there to visit
September.
To visit one of the artists. By the way, the new comic that he has coming out, Escape, the pre-order is up for the Third Eye exclusive. If you want, I ordered that today.
They should have gave us the Third Eye exclusive for paying for the VIP.
They should have. I will take
us the A cover.
I will definitely take. I have the other cover coming from my normal comic store, which is Echo Base here in Northern Virginia. The store we're going to is called Third Eye Comics. It's out in Annapolis, Maryland. Great comics. Are they the largest on the East Coast or something like that?
I think
it's a huge comic store.
Yeah, I can't see how they are not. But yeah, I can't remember if that's something that they like advertise as like a tag for them.
Yeah, it's absolutely huge. More D&D dice.
They have their throwdown this weekend.
I got a new dice set.
Oh, nice.
I got metal dice. They're very cool and very shiny.
There's I don't know if they still do this, but they used to there was a company that was based out of the area, like the Baltimore area, and that is who they would get dice from for the store. because those folks used to be at Baltimore Comic Con every year.
Yeah, so I
I
think
don't know
it
if they
is the
still
same
use them.
company because I used to go
Okay.
to Comic Con every once in a while in Baltimore. And oh, what's the name of it? It's not the Dungeon Shop. It's hmm. Oh, I can't remember the name of it. But yes, I believe it is the same company. So shout out to my brother. He probably will not hear this, but he has been sick and in the hospital, and uh currently is starting to be on the mend. But that'll be enough of that shit. That just knock that off. That's not necessary to be doing that kind of stuff. He had pneumonia
Oh no.
and trouble breathing, and that'll be enough of that. We we will have
Yeah,
no
no,
more of
we
that.
don't need that. Don't need that.
So let's see what else. Oh yeah. Well, gee. In other news, my youngest son and his is no longer his fiance. They got married.
Nice.
They
Congrats to them.
congrats to him. They called an officiant, and the officiant stopped by, and I don't even think they had a ceremony. I think they just signed the paperwork and took a couple of pictures, and that was it.
They went they went the quick way.
Yeah, it's funny. I think they went to the courthouse and got the marriage certificate, and I think they had like 30 days, and they just like random Thursday afternoon. All right, let's or random Friday or something. That's when they could schedule the officiant, so that's what they did. So that's
Nice.
kudos for him. We saw them the other day. We went to Ono, which is
Oh,
a
ooh.
brewery up near here, which has a barbecue place
Yeah,
in
yeah,
it.
yeah.
The barbecue place is
Hawaiian
phenomenal.
barbecue place.
Really,
Yeah.
really good.
Hey, that is the place where Joystick and Mouse was born.
That's right. Joystick and Mouse was born there. Yep, we got together one evening and talked about it and decided, yep, let's do this. And then, of course, Alex abandoned us, but hey, it's, whatever. Whatever. So how about you? Yeah, it's been quite interesting. I had my birthday over
It,
that time.
nice.
I'm now an
What
older.
year what year was this?
This was 63.
Look at you.
4 more years. 4 more years.
4 more years till you can retire?
Yeah.
Hey,
I mean, technically
go
I could
enjoy.
retire now, but we need that full Social Security. Do that stuff.
Go go spend your time playing Switch 2.
So,
Listen, I have been on the fence. I was like, oh, dude, I keep seeing Switch 2s in stock, and I was like, ah,
oh,
do I want one? Am I gonna play it?
I got my thing from Nintendo saying, "Hey, your number's up if you'd like to purchase a Switch too."
You're like, but I have one. But I have one.
Yeah. Yes, I've seen them in stock too. I haven't seen any in the case, but I know that when I was at Target the other day, they had somebody was there buying one. So
I wonder if the price, if the sales of the Steam Deck are plummeting now that the Switch 2 is out.
I haven't seen anything about that or along those lines. But
They're going to be fighting for their lives when that new, what is it, the ROG, the new one comes
the
out.
new ROG is really nice.
Yeah,
Expensive
I
though.
mean it's expensive. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But gonna be a lot of.
So that's not the Lenovo, right?
No, that's from ROG.
Is it from Asus?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Um, So yes, bought lots of comics while I was out there. Um, Started reading a few of them. I read Exquisite Corpses. That's really good.
Okay.
Enjoying that immensely. I'm reading Black Science right now, which is
Good old
from
Remender.
Remender, which is who we're going to go see.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's one of the books from him that I have never read. Black Science, and then he has a book called Fear Agent
mm-hmm. Yeah,
that I never read.
I haven't read that
Um,
either. I don't have that one.
those books are actually kind of hard to find. Like so one of the things, so most of his books he puts out under Image,
Mm-hmm.
and with Image, because it's all creator owned, Image does not front the money for the runs of hardcovers.
Oh,
So when
no.
a creator decides they want to make a collected hardcover, the creator has to pay for it up front. They have to pay all their printing costs,
Wow.
and then they recoup when they sell. So a lot of them don't print very many of their big hardcovers. But Remender always does a really good job with his hardcovers. They're always
Mm-hmm.
like great art, good size, collected editions. So I've been looking for Fear Agent and what was the other one that you said? Fear Agent
Black Science.
and Black Science. Um,
Well, I got the paperback of Black Science, Volume One. I think this might be a reissue or something,
mm,
possibly.
yeah, so the deluxe hardcover for Fear Agent is like $40. Normally those books are a little bit cheaper on the collected editions when you
Mm-hmm.
search around, but these are still quite expensive. And Fear Agents is like a space opera, like Black Sciences.
Oh, okay.
The Black Science hardcovers are really nice too.
Yeah, I haven't started
Especially
read. Well, it's sitting on the thing. I got one more Imperial to read, and then I'll get the start on that. I went when I went out there, I was looking for like a little bit edgier stuff. So I got Exquisite Corpses and Something is Killing the Children. Um, what else did I get? Oh, Control. Just some little bit, you know, darker, edgier things. Things I can't find at my store because they're catering to mainstream a little bit. So it's a lot of Marvel and DC and
yeah, I mean, listen, Third Eye spends a ton of money on inventory,
oh yeah, yeah,
and they have a ton of stores too. Like,
yeah. They do have they have quite a few stores. I don't that might I don't think that's quite the closest, but it's
uh, it probably. I mean, I don't know how far Tacoma Park is. So there's one in Tacoma Park. I think there's
yeah.
one in College Park. There is one in Richmond, down in Mechanicsville. Actually, there's two in Richmond. Well, I guess Mechanicsville isn't really Richmond, but it is kind
Close enough.
of. Mechanicsville and Short Pump. They have stores there.
Yeah.
The one in Mechanicsville, I believe, was another store, and they bought an existing comic shop and rebranded it Third Eye. But yeah, they've got what, six,
There's at least six or
eight
seven.
comic shops now?
Yeah.
Well, no, I take that back. They've got seven comic shops if you don't count, no, six if you don't count the games and the music store.
Oh, yeah. Well, so that place up in the place in Annapolis is really interesting. It's actually three stores side by side
Yeah.
that are one is games, one is like paraphernalia type of stuff and music and video and that kind of stuff. The other one is strictly comics, and it's still the largest comic store you've ever seen.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Amazing.
yeah. The comic shop is huge, even if they didn't have the other two.
Yeah.
They actually used to be in another location. The first time we went was probably about 2 weeks before they were going to move.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were in another comic shop. It was still pretty big, but not quite as big as um, the current store. And I can't remember if they had games in that shop or if they already had a different game shop. But yeah,
Yeah,
I
there's
think they've taken over everything on that block. There used to be like a paint store.
the paint
I
store
used
still
to
at
get
the
mad
end.
up. Is the
Yeah,
paint store still at the end?
yeah,
Yeah,
still
because
at the end.
they have like some dedicated parking.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then there's like a car dealership that owns the parking kind of behind the store. Like so, there's a store parking lot, and then there was like some additional parking that they used to be able to use as overflow. But I some car dealership started renting that lot. So yeah, most of the time when I've gone for like signings, if you don't get there like super early,
Mm-hmm.
like you end up having to park up the block.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll have to get there early for that one.
Well, listen, we don't have to get. Well, we need to be there at 10, but like we
Right.
get to go right to the front of the line. So
Yeah. True.
we can get there early and we can be done. Uh, as opposed to most of the time when I've gone, you're just sitting in the line for like an hour and some change, waiting to get to the thing. This is the first time I've paid for like the VIP.
Oh, bless you.
Thank you. I don't know where those sneezes just came from, but
Oh, yeah. Oh, I finished Sandman,
the show or the book?
the book. Books. Books.
Yeah, I tried to start that and
It was so.
I never followed
I
through.
would say the first two books. These are the compendiums, which I think I don't know. I think it gathers together three arcs or something in each book, something like that. I think it's usually the way it works. The first two were really good. The last three were eh. There was one story. I don't want to give any spoilers away if anybody wants to read them, but the last story of the fourth book was good. That one I enjoyed. But the rest of it was sort of meh. It's okay.
I want to watch the show. The show looks beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I just haven't sat down to watch it.
Yeah, there's so much on TV. What are we
Yeah.
watching now? Oh, Son of a Greech. Have you heard that? Seen that?
Uh-uh.
Oh my god, this is already it's horrible. um, it's about some kid who it's it's basically not really Leave It to Beaver, but along those lines, you know, just some kid in some screwed up family that's just weird.
Okay. I did start watching this show on Netflix called it's like something Mo. It's this Middle Eastern comedian. What
Oh,
is
we've
the name
watched
of
a few of those.
that? It's like a Middle Eastern. So it's in real life. The lead actor, is a comedian. Um, on the show, he's a hustler. He's a Middle Eastern dude who's married to a Latina woman. It's supposed to
Oh, I
be like
do.
the first episode was hilarious.
Oh, I do think
What?
I've seen the
Oh, it
show.
is.
I have
It's just
not.
called Mo,
I haven't watched it, but I remember the show. Yeah.
and there's two seasons of it so far. But um, yeah, that's I watched the first episode and it was pretty funny.
Well, maybe we'll check that out after Elves and Andor and so many other things we have to catch up on. Guess we don't really need to catch up on Wheel of Time now because they canceled it.
Well,
You
you
want
wanna
to, but
finish it.
yeah. I mean, sort of know how it ends. But alrighty. Okay, that's probably enough. We've got the whole month out of there. Let's jump in. Um, Researchers have linked spending more time playing video games with a boost in intelligence in children, which goes some way to contradicting the narrative that gaming is bad for youth minds. And I would say, duh. Of course it is.
Gaming's not bad for your mind.
Gaming is
Some
not bad for your
games
mind.
may be bad for your mind.
So this was a study. They measured a bunch of kids, actually quite a few. This was a big study. Then they came back in 2 years and compared the kids that played a lot of video games to kids that didn't. And yes, okay, so it was 2.1 place, points on the intelligence score, but still. But I mean, we've talked about this before. That's makes sense, right? Because video games are all about puzzle solving and strategizing and all those things that go into them, to try and beat a game. That's what it's all about, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Teaches you um, critical thinking skills.
Yes. Yeah. So this is not surprising, not at all. Interesting tidbits in this article though that watching TV does not actually have any detrimental effect on um, cognitive scores. I don't know. My wife and I sit around all the time going, "Oh my god, the commercials are making me dumb," because
See, I don't watch commercials, so I don't run into
they're
it.
so bad. They're so
Yeah,
horrendous.
I get frustrated with when I'm like watching something on Hulu that I got to sit through commercials because it's really the only thing um, that I like subscribe to where I actually have um, commercials playing.
Oh, yeah. I think just about everything we subscribe
And
to
Peacock.
has commercials. Peacock and Netflix and
Hold on, you do the
HBO.
Netflix with commercials?
Yeah.
Oh, say it ain't so, dog.
It's good pee break time. It's
That's what my sister says. My sister's like, oh, it gives me time to get up and use the bathroom and do other things. I'm like, nah, that's what the pause button is for.
yeah.
I don't want any commercials.
No commercials. Oh boy. Yeah. So this study makes sense. Based on the kids' performance on tasks included reading comprehension, visual spatial processing, and task focused on memory, flexible thinking, and self control. Duh. You just described video games in a nutshell. That's pretty much it, right? Between the mayhem and killing and all the other things. All right. Let's see. Quality assurance workers. Oh, we have talked about this sometime last year. We went over the story that QA workers at Raven Software, one of the developers of Call of Duty, have officially ratified their first union contract with Microsoft 3 years after they unionized. This actually is a pretty big deal. So when they unionized, Microsoft had not recognized them yet. So this story that came out shows that Microsoft has recognized the union, and they have ratified a contract with the union to do the QA work for Call of Duty, which
Nice.
is a big deal. That's good.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna hear well, we might that they have layoffs, but there will be. So the thing about this is they can't just lay you off now. There's a union, and the union has
Yeah.
rules, and they have a contract in place, and if they're gonna lay you off, they have to give you things. So it's good for the workers. Good job. Good for the people. Yeah, I need a software development union.
Hey, they don't like these unions.
I do not. All right. I have seen a lot. I have seen, yeah, I have seen a lot of chatter about this next story. Um, over the last week or so, Game Developers Association decries financial censorship amidst payment processor crackdown on not safe for work games. By the way, you should not be playing games at work, whether they're safe for work or not. Stop that. You should not be playing games at work. Um, it calls for greater transparency and fairness in how adult games are moderated. So what this is um, the people that process payments, like Visa, Mastercard. Think Visa, Mastercard, credit cards. Um, they have stopped processing payments, microtransactions, for games that have not safe for work content or adult content. Let's use that phrase instead. Um, and the industry people who make these games are saying, "Hey, this is censorship. You're censoring us because our games have adult content." And I think I agree with them.
Well, I mean, I guess it really depends on the terms and services.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, I'm imagining they're talking about like mobile gaming because it would make sense for like Xbox, Steam, Sony, like those folks. Like they have tons of M-rated games.
yeah, and this was on Steam. This is Steam
Oh,
did
that's
this
now that is
because
interesting.
if you can go on Steam, there are some saucy games on there
Mm-hmm.
for sure. Um, now so the people that did this did it in the like say for under the guise of they're trying to stomp out the games that have non-consensual sex and that kind of thing and underage pedophilia things and that kind of stuff, but they just made this sweeping thing, the sweeping uh, thing that says, hey, we're not processing any of it. So yeah, I agree. Yes, you should not have games where there are some really horrendous things out there in the gaming world, but don't play those games. Don't be that person.
Yeah, I
But
would be really interested to see like what games like are being impacted by this. Like and what is the
let me see if they have.
what's going on that they would think that they needed to censor the payment.
Uh, so one of the games is called Consume Me, and another one called Mouthwashing. I have no idea what those are. Never heard of them. I know that there are a lot of, let's see, anime style,
Mm,
girlfriend style games on
yeah,
Steam. There are a ton of those. Where,
there is a game called Mouthwashing.
yeah, I never heard of it. I'm afraid to click on the link. Fine, for science.
Not afraid to click on the yeah. Don't click on the link for that
Fine,
at
I
work.
clicked on it for science. Oh, it's a horror game.
Oh,
It can't be any worse than the comic that I'm reading. The Exquisite Corpses. A great comic. I think there's only 3 episodes out, three out so far. But the whole premise of it is that there are eight families that actually rule the world, and every 5 years they have a competition to see who's going to be the lead family for the next 5 years. And that competition is that they close off a town a rural town somewhere in the world and have a competition to see who can kill the most people. It's just and they're trying to kill the other. They drop uh, their champion in, and they're trying to kill the other champions of the other families too. And the family with the last champion standing wins, and they get to
Okay.
rule the other families for the rest of the next 5 years. That's the basis of the comic. So yes, it's a little convoluted, and but I mean, it's just entertainment. It's just a story, just like any other story. We all know those things are bad. Don't do that. Don't.
Don't do the bad things.
Yeah. So yeah, I think feel. I mean, you should put guardrails in place so that you can't. So that minors can't buy the games and that kind of thing. But then again, I've seen the mother in GameStop buying her 8-year-old son Call of Duty too. So.
Oh, that was such a problem back in the day
Mm-hmm.
where people would like yeah, I remember people that worked at GameStop would have to like fuss with parents like, yo, your kid shouldn't be playing this game. And people were not always receptive to that feedback.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Because they just want their kid to stop complaining about it, right?
Yeah.
Instead of parenting, they want to just
Yep, exactly. Exactly.
all right, take some accountability. Accountability, people.
Raise your child. Raise your child.
uh, we have actually talked about this one on a previous story too, so this is a follow up. One of the vice presidents of the European Parliament, I ain't even pronouncing this, Nikolai somebody, publicly voiced his support for Stop Killing Games in a major win for the newly minted EU Citizens Initiative. On July 12th, this guy posted a video on his Instagram story announcing that he had signed the Stop Killing Games petition and plans to continue helping the movement. If you remember correctly, this was a story we had about the online petition that if you buy a game, you own the game forever.
Oh yeah.
If the company goes out of business, they have to make you good.
Now see that. I don't know how I feel about that, Don.
I don't know, you bought the game and you got your enjoyment out of it. I have games sitting in there that I haven't touched for 3 years.
I
What's it?
do think that if you buy the game, you own the game. I think that should be a thing. I don't like this idea that they can come back and take the game away.
Well, I agree with that. Yes.
Um, I've had that happen to me with like some movies that I bought digitally that later on, apparently, I don't have them
Yeah.
anymore. So that's irritating. But I don't know how I feel about you create a game, you go out of business. Like that doesn't happen in any other industry.
No. Yeah. Really. If your warranty's up and something breaks,
And the
tough.
company, yeah, you short.
Tough.
You don't have, yeah, you got to go. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah. Wow. Um that uh petition has over 1 million signatures now.
Now, listen. Now here's what's going to be interesting because it seems as if the EU is much more consumer friendly than the United States,
I
or
think everybody's
you know
more consumer friendly than the United States.
that might be true. So I think it'll be interesting because a lot of the changes that U.S. companies have made, I feel like in the last decade or so, when it came to like more consumer friendly policy, has been as a result of the EU saying like you have to do something. I think it was the EU that opened up the can of worms with Apple and Epic. I
Mm-hmm.
think that was a verdict that started in the EU. Apple going to the USB-C on their iPhones. That was a verdict that started in the EU. Um,
Oh, the
the
whole cookies
oh
thing, right? Website
yeah,
cookies. That all started in the
mhm.
EU.
Loot boxes,
Yep.
like that stuff is what pops up. That pops up from the EU. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but if it starts getting a lot of traction over there, I think there's a good chance that we see it over here.
Yeah, I've read through this several times. I've read their complaints several times, and I'm like, well, yeah, but if the company goes out of business, it goes out of business. It happens all the time.
Yeah, I think what will be an equitable choice is that it has to be a company of a certain size, right? Like I don't think it's fair if you're a small indie company, a person like the consumer's not paying AAA prices, then I don't think the expectation should be that they have support forever. However, like when you talk about like some of these almost too big to fail gaming
Mm-hmm.
companies, your EA's, your Ubisofts,
Google.
uh, Google, uh, Activisions, Microsoft, I guess essentially at this point, Microsoft. Um, I could see that making them make some sort of, because I don't think we'll ever see a day where Microsoft has gone fully out of business, but
No,
maybe it's possible that they get out of gaming, right? I don't think that's going to happen either.
I
I'm
don't
just
see it
saying
happening.
if it was going to happen, I don't think it would be the entire company. I think it might be like the gaming division. Same thing for Sony. Like Sony could get out of gaming, they're not going away, right? Like they'd still be a
Right.
consumer electronics
They
company. They'd
probably would
still
sell it off though.
studio something.
Yeah, they probably would sell it off if they were gonna, or break it out into its own company or something if they were gonna get out of gaming. I can't see Sony ever doing that. Can't see
Yeah.
Microsoft
So
doing it.
yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's a one size fits all for all situations, but or even if it's like, hey, once you've sold a certain number of units of your game,
Mm-hmm.
then you are required to, provide support in perpetuity or for a certain number of years, right? Like once you've had a game for 5 years, once a game has been out for 5 years, okay.
Yeah.
But if you go under in year two, then you have to make some sort of compensation or replacement or something.
Yeah, maybe that's all. Maybe we just need some guidelines about what what is and what doesn't, and
Yeah.
and that kind of thing. Yeah. I had a thought there. Oh yeah, I saw something just the other day about Nintendo. So for the Switch 2, if you buy the game, the physical game, you don't you can act, you don't actually get the game. The game's not on it.
Yeah.
All it
Right.
is a code. It's a card
It's
that
it's stupid.
yeah.
It's absolutely stupid.
So you have to download the game anyways,
What is the point of the card?
but you can. So the difference is you can take that and you can sell it, as opposed to Just a digital only download.
But it's not like I can play the game without the cart in my unit.
Right. But you could give the card to somebody else.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know
Listen,
either.
Microsoft tried to get it right a decade ago and tell people like, "Yo, we're going digital only."
Yeah.
Like you could have made it so people could resell licenses, whatever, whatever.
And I've got some.
Um,
I won't buy anything anymore. That's not that I don't buy physical games anymore.
I listen for me, it's about the price. If
Yeah.
the price is
Well,
right, I'll buy a physical game.
but yeah, I haven't bought a physical game in quite a while, other than a collector's edition for World of Warcraft. That's what it. Patch drops tomorrow. New
Mm.
patch for World of Warcraft drops tomorrow. It dropped about a week ago. If you're listening to this on the podcast. Okay, let's see. Last one. Um, we sort of have a list. So let's take a look at the upcoming games for the rest of 2025 and see what we're looking forward to. I know what my favorite. I know what's still coming out at the end of this year. But I know what my favorite one is. But let's see if there's anything else on the list that really tickles our fancy. I know that Tony Hawk is coming out very soon. Um, Bonanza, Donkey Kong Bonanza is on this list. That's already out. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. Let's see. Mafia, the new Mafia game is coming out. That looks pretty good. Dying Light.
That should
Um,
be good.
yes, those are pretty good games. The one Tim's probably looking forward to, Metal Gear Solid Delta. Snake Eater is coming out due soon, right? That's this month, isn't it?
Uh, yeah,
Yes, end of
28th.
August. August 28th. So, let's see. Yeah, the Shinobi game. Mine is coming out next month. I do know that. Borderlands 4 will be here. There'll be lots of Borderlands in my household. Vampire the Masquerade 2 is coming out. Little Nightmares 3. Ninja Gaiden 4. Outer Worlds 2.
I never made it through the first one.
I liked Outer Worlds. That was really good. The new Hollow Knight is coming out. Hollow Knight was fun. Enjoyed that. Uh, the new Metroid Prime is coming out. Let's see. The Wolf Among Us 2 will be out. There are a lot of really good games coming.
Oh
Resident
yeah,
Evil
Wolf Among.
Requiem.
I hope they don't mess up Wolf Among Us too, because for as good as the first one is,
I know.
we should have had a second of this a long time ago.
Let's see. Anything else? There.
Grand Theft Auto 6 might be the first time I buy a Grand Theft Auto game.
Well, yeah. There's that little game, Grand Theft Auto 6, is coming out. Fable. There's new Prince of Persia. Um, I thought that is there DLC coming for Assassin's Creed, or is there a new Assassin's Creed?
I think there's a new Assassin's Creed.
Okay, yep. No, that's next year though. That's not till next year. All right. Yeah, that's the end of this year. Fable's next year too.
Wasn't the new Gears of War originally supposed to be a 2025 game?
It was. That is. I'm pretty sure Gears of War got pushed till next year, right?
Yeah, I mean it's on this list now. It says 2026.
Yes.
But,
Oh yeah, I didn't get down that far. Okay, yes, it's 2026.
yeah.
Um, Grand Theft Auto. Oh, I thought Grand Theft Auto was not. Oh yeah, they did push it till May, didn't they? They pushed it till early next year.
The new GTA?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's May 20. Yeah, May 26th.
That's right. I still thought they were trying for late this year for holidays, but they did push that till
There's a
early
lot
next
of
year.
stuff in 2026 that should be good.
There is. I'm definitely looking forward to Borderlands. So I love Borderlands. It's so much fun. Just complete mayhem at all times. It's just great.
You can never go wrong with a Borderlands game.
Yeah.
You're going to get tons of
Of loot.
content.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tons of
you get
content,
tons of
tons of
content
loot,
for
just
your
blowing
money.
things up, breaking things. It's just a lot of fun. Um other I mean, second though, um Little Nightmares might be fun. That was a good game. I enjoyed that.
I think I played some of that with Alex. I think maybe you were on that too.
Yeah, I think we played a little bit of that together. Oh, speaking of games we played with Alex, if you have Game Pass, Grounded 2 is out.
Oh, they did a second one.
Yes, I have been playing that a little bit. It's very similar to the first one. I have a little camp set up already. It is fun. It's really fun.
Okay.
It's stunningly beautiful. It's really nice.
I mean, the first one was really nice.
Yeah. So yeah, that one's a lot of fun. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid is coming in Borderlands, so those will be a lot of fun. Any other ones tickle your fancy?
For 2025. I'm excited for 2026.
Yes, 2026 looks really good. Have you played any of the Death Stranding?
No. But I just saw that was on sale or something. Or came to. It's not. Is it? That was a PS exclusive, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where I saw that, like a deal for it, and I thought about picking it up and trying it just because people raved about it,
Is it
but I didn't play
PS5
it.
exclusive?
Oh, no! Was it you that asked me if I wanted your copy
Oh, that might
of
have
Death?
been that
Was
might the first one.
maybe it
Yeah.
was in that list of yeah, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Let's see. Uh, yep, PlayStation 5 only. So no, I have not bought that. I haven't bought anything for a console in a long time. All right. That was on my list. I'm going to do a very small video game review. Um, I got the Switch 2. The big first game for it has been was is well, it was Mario Kart, which is a lot of fun. But um, next game is Donkey Kong Bonanza. It is a blast. I've never played a Donkey Kong game before, so I can't compare it to another one. But the controls are easy. It's fun. It sort of reminds me very much of a Lego game where you just get to
Mm,
smash everything and find stuff.
that sounds like Donkey Kong.
Yep. Um, and so yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I don't know if it's like any of the other games. Again, absolutely gorgeous. I'm playing it on both on the Switch and on the TV. It's really nice on the TV.
Okay.
So really, really, really pretty. Yeah, good game. Really happy with this. This is really nice.
Is it better than the first one?
Very uh as good and
Okay.
as good and very responsive is which I've been really, and I love having triggers on the back.
Were there not triggers on the back of the first one?
Oh hell, I don't know. No, I don't think so. No, no triggers.
Okay.
Yeah, I like having triggers on the back. I've gotten used to that with the Elite controllers, and now I'm like starting to think maybe I want a PlayStation Elite controller.
I wonder if the battery is going to last as long as the original.
I don't know. I've only charged this once. I don't have a. I need to find a cradle for it.
Mm. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I never used the. Hey, could ask somebody with a 3D printer if they'd be willing to print you a cradle.
Yeah, really. Yeah, there's probably
Otherwise, did
actually
they did Nintendo release a cradle for it?
not that I've seen. Now it's been a while. It's been a couple weeks since I looked, but
Hmm.
ooh,
Yeah, I feel like that's something that you should be able to get your hands on rather easy.
fans are weird on the computer. So, um, I have a Height Y70, my computer case, and
Yep.
Height came out with this new thing called the Noodle, and it's basically just an EL strip to put, but it fits perfect in the Y70 case.
Hmm.
So I got one, but they said you have to have one of their new controllers to go with it. And I was like, well, I don't want to buy that, but they had a deal where they gave you the controller. I was like, well, okay, I'll do that. That's cool. But when I got it, I got not only did I get the controller. I mean, I paid like I think I paid $40 or $50 for the light itself for the noodle. They call it a noodle. It's dumb name for it, but whatever. Not only did I get the controller, I got three of their like really nice thick fans.
Oh, nice.
So I was like, wow. So I looked this thing up. It's like $119 package that they just gave people for free. I was like,
Hey.
that's pretty nice from Hype. But if the Height software isn't running, it runs off of whatever your BIOS is set on your motherboard. And I haven't been able to figure out how to turn this down yet, but my until the Height software runs, the fans are running at 100%. It sounds like
Oh.
a wind tunnel in here. It's ridiculous.
Oh.
So, and
Yeah, that's not what you want.
no, but it's only for like 5 or 6 seconds while the computer's starting up. But still, it's really funny. Yeah, as soon as the Height software starts, though, then they go back to their normal fan curve. But
Dude,
it's really funny.
got a little wind tunnel going on
Yes,
in your PC box.
yeah, you do. I don't know. It's got a ton of airflow, and actually, these actually the temps are a little bit cooler than they were without the fans. So I think it's just
Okay.
forcing more cold air into the chassis. I
Well, I
mean,
mean, listen, that's always good.
I'm running a 4090 and a in a i9 1400K, so it's their power heat producing things, any heaters, anyways.
Mm.
But yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I don't think I've seen your PC since you bought that case. I remember you like I remember when that's what you were aiming to get, but I don't think I ever actually saw it. So one of these days I'll have to check that out.
I will throw this in the Discord. I have Discord. Discord on here? Let me see. Oh, not that Discord. Wrong Discord. No, I don't know how to do this.
Yeah, I always feel like they hide the chat.
Yeah, there you go.
Where did you send it?
In the chat for this, in our chat.
Why do I not see the chat?
Hit the little show chat button up in the upper right.
Oh, there it is. Oh, that is nice. That's fancy.
Yeah, and see the little strip along the bottom? That's the new noodle. You can't tell, but it's actually
Oh,
green.
yeah.
It's actually green with purple running through it. It's hard to
So
tell.
where did you put the fans?
Under on the bottom, so they're actually under the floor of it,
Oh, okay.
pushing air up through.
Yeah, that's a nice it's awkwardly shaped, but it's very nice.
Well, it's got a display on the front of it, which is really
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, it tells you what the weather is. It's fancy.
So yeah, good job by Height. Nice, really nice case.
Yeah.
They've been really responsive too.
Giving
So
people their money's worth.
definitely. Oh yeah, it wasn't cheap. That case, the case isn't cheap by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, but you knew that when you started.
I knew that when I started. Never been my criteria. Um, but like the Reddit, the subreddit for them, they're really good. You post a comment in there, somebody from Height will get right back to you because they, like, I posted a comment about the fans. You know, when the computer starts up, they're at 100%, and they were like, well, yeah, some motherboards will let you change it, some won't. He said, but we're aware of the issue and we're working on it. So all you can
That's
do,
all you
right?
can ask for.
All you can ask for. So yeah, good
All
job,
you
and
can ask for.
they've been really good. Great case too, easy to work in, lots of room. They have all the Lian Li fans that have the I don't know if you can tell from the picture, but there's like gifts going on the fans. In the center of the fan is a little display, and I got like gifts of Illidan going on them.
Oh wow.
They're pretty cool.
Hold on. So does the fan actually have a screen on it?
Yes.
Or is people just over oh wow.
Yeah. The fan in the back actually has a screen on it. And so does the AIO. Yeah, it's really cool. All right. About computers. Sit and talk tech and computers and stuff all day. It's
Nothing wrong with it.
absolutely
Nothing
nothing.
wrong with it.
All right. Any final words?
Nah, man.
All right. Thank you all for listening to the show tonight. If you'd like to reach out and contribute to the show in any way, email us at joystickandmouse@gmail.com. You can head on over to joystickandmouse.com to learn how to follow us. Joystick and Mouse now has presence on Blue Sky, as do I. Don't know if JayDimes has made it over there yet, but
Where?
Blue Sky.
No, I do have a Blue Sky. I think it's just JayDimes at Blue Sky. I don't go on there very often, but
I'm not
I
on either
believe it
one of them very
exists.
often anymore. Hardly ever.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hardly
Fair
ever.
enough.
So, and we do have a Facebook page. So, if you're old school, you can go look there too. So, till next time, Tim.
Take it easy, folks.
All right, we'll see you later.
If you like this show, check out more great content at incastmedianetwork.com.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.
Alrighty. All right.
right, sir. Well, I'm not sure if I'm hitting Foster's on Thursday, but I'll let you know if I end up that way.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I got a
Um,
box sitting here for you.
A box?
No.
Oh, yes. Yes, I know what's in that box.
All right, yeah, let me kill streams. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I boxed it all up, put it in.
Yeah, looking forward to that box. Well, Will is probably looking more forward
I
to
was
the
going to
box.
say,
But I am interested in Death Stranding, so I'll probably give that a whirl.
yeah, the first one was fun. Weird, but fun.
Yeah, and it's got my boy from The Walking Dead in it.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, I think I'd like to see more of that. I like that. You know, with him and what's his face in Cyberpunk and stuff. Yeah, I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so we'll see. That and can't remember that guy's name. It's still the guy from Metal Gear, right?
Yes. No, well, that's good.
All right, buddy. Have a good
All right, man.
evening. I will talk to you later. Tell Becca I said good night.
Will do. All right. Same
All right.
for Vanessa.
All right.
All right.
Later.
Later. Bye. Oh, where's my button? Oh, there it is.